Gordon Hodgson, spelled like Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson, what number is you on? Be a bit of a differential. Martinez looked pretty good in that game. Look that far down the stage.
Ali.
Oh, look, it was a difficult day for us, obviously, and a painful result. Credit to Liverpool. I thought, they're a very good side. Obviously, they're in a great moment, very settled and in great form with great belief. And it was just a kind of bridge too far for us today in terms of, you could tell we were lacking a little bit of energy and sort of, the ability to really, compete with them at the same level.
Ask Ange, you kind of said that you want to play your football no matter what this season. Was this just an example of maybe, in the long term you'll benefit from this, but today it was a bit, you were kind of picked apart a little bit because of the openness?
Look, I think I've been really, really patient the last 18 months, sitting up here answering the same questions over and over again. If people want me to change my approach, it's not going to change. Like, we're doing it for a reason. We're doing it because we think it'll help us be successful. If people don't understand the circumstances we're in at the moment and the challenges we have from a team and squad perspective, which are as obvious as you want to make them, now, I get the idea that people think, that I should just flick the switch and change and somehow that would miraculously make us a different team. But it is what it is. I'm just going to continue staying focused on trying to build this team to be the team we want, and in the interim, we're going to have to accept that there are going to be challenges along the way. Yeah, fair bit considering fair bit. I'll just leave it at that. Go on. Yep. They're good side, top side.
I know you mentioned about the level, and I know you've got a lot of injuries at the moment. I was wondering, how far away do you think this is when you're at full strength from the level we saw from Liverpool?
Don't know, because we haven't had that. We're still growing as a team. We're 18 months into trying to build a new team with a new way of playing, and it's fair to say we've had some challenges along the way, considering the availability, particularly at the moment. So that it's very hard to sort of see where we're at. But what I will say is that the players and are not wavering in their sort of commitment to what we're trying to do. And I think even today, in a difficult day, really proud of the fact that they still tried to play a certain way, knowing that that's our way forward.
Ange, perhaps not the story, but Decky scored 5 games in a row now. Does it kind of feel like he's adding that really consistent end product to his game that was perhaps not there before?
Yeah, look, I think Decky's been outstanding all year, and like you said, I think that's probably the next part of his game. Not that he's never had it, but he's adding that now, where he's he's being really clean with his finishing, and it's a credit to him. He's taken his game to another level. I think a few of the boys have. To be fair, it's probably not as evident at the moment because, like I said, we're in a difficult situation.
Ange, 5-2, fans will sing your name. It's quite rare. As you get that, losing that scoreline at home, what does that say about the support they're giving you?
Yeah, look, the fans. I've often said, I always say, the fans. They should feel, the way they need to about what's happening. I thought they were good today, very good today in terms of it was a difficult day for sure. But they still supported the players, which is important. And who knows, maybe some of them actually understand the situation we're in right now. That seems many don't. So I think in the context of what we're trying to do and where we're at, I kind of hope that they see what we're trying to build here, because I really believe it's going to be something that will give the fans and the club what it wants. But that's up to them.
With that in mind, Ange, are you kind of looking to that break after Newcastle already? Are the next 3 games just about kind of getting the same group and then without you returning to
Oh, look, I mean, we've been doing that for the last 3 weeks. You know, pretty much, after the City game, we've kind of been, we had a look at it and we knew that this was going to be our toughest period for sure because, the efforts the players are putting in. I think we've had shorter turnarounds than just about every opponent we've played so far. At least one less day than just about every team. I think every team we've played, whether it's here or in Europe. And I haven't been able to change the team or rest players or rotate players. And like I said, I've got massive admiration for the efforts that these players are putting in for this club at the moment. But we know we're in a difficult situation, and that's not going to change in the short term. And you just got to push on.
We have talked to you, or we talked to you a few weeks ago about being table 10th by Christmas. That's where you are with all those reasons that you talked about. Do you feel any pressure about where you are in the table?
I'm not sure what you mean by pressure. I mean, I'm not happy where we are in the table, but I'm not sure pressure as in what sense.
Discomfort really that this is ultimately what managers tend to get judged on.
Well, I think I am getting judged on that. I don't think people are throwing the platitudes at me, so I think that's fair enough. Again, from my perspective, all I can do is try and, like I said, navigate us through a difficult period and, try and make sure that when we do get to a position where hopefully we have, a healthier squad and some key players back, that we're still in a position where we can improve our position on the table. But if you're saying that 10th means that I'm not doing a good job and that I maybe, somehow should be uncomfortable, well, that's for others to judge.
And given the situation that you're in, the lack of energy referring to a little bit today, the schedule the schedule after Christmas is going to stay very difficult. Do you think that reinforcements are needed in January?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of them will be internal. Like I said, we've got, at different stages we'll get players back from injury. Obviously we've got a couple of long-term in Vicario and Wilson, but the rest hopefully at some point in January they'll come back, so they'll help us in terms of just getting some numbers back and dealing with, like you said, the schedule, because the schedule's not going to change. We're in the Carabao Cup semi-final. We're still in Europe. FA Cup starts, so we're still in all the competitions. So it's not going to get any easier. So we are going to need some of those players hopefully to come back and be able to contribute.
Can you bring players in?
In terms of January? Yeah, if the right players are there, I guess we can bring players in. But again, it's about making sure it's something that's going to sort of help us continuing to build what we're doing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody left a bag upstairs? In the press box? No?
talks himself down in his head, didn't he? You ask that question. You know what I mean?
Everything is full about over here. Yeah. It's big.
Evening everyone, we will do the usual post-match press conference and then we'll, at the end, we'll do a preview for Leicester on Boxing Day. Everything that we say about Leicester will be embargoed until 10:30 p.m. on Christmas Day. First question?
Arne, I mean, that was a crazy game, wasn't it? I mean, can you still enjoy that? I mean, it was an amazing attacking performance from him. Yeah, till 60-65 minutes I really enjoyed what I saw. Of course, we were caught one time in bringing the ball out from the back and that immediately led to a goal for Tottenham. That you think if we would have gone into the dressing room with a 2-1 lead, that would not have been done justice to all the chances we had. That's why I was quite happy with the fact that we scored the 3-1, then 4-1, 5-1. Incredible display. But then you also saw that no matter how much quality players have, if they think they don't have to run anymore, and then in this league, especially against Tottenham, because they are so good with the ball as well, they immediately start to create, and that's what they did, and they scored 2 goals. I was happy that the 6-1 went in, to be fair.
Rich?
Arne, just in terms of the attacking performance, I mean, it's the first time you've scored 6 under you, I think, so far. I mean, do you think it's the best you've been in attack? And can you just give us your appraisal of Luis Diaz and Mo Salah in particular?
It was very good. Maybe it was our best performance away from home. Although I really like what I saw against Man United as well. Was total dominance, and we outplayed them many times also. So that was a very good away game as well. Today, apart from scoring 6 goals, I think we could have even scored more. It's always like this. You don't score every chance, although Tottenham almost did, because the first 3 chances were a goal, I think, and then the 4th one, luckily enough, didn't went in. Mo and Lucio, of course, they were both with 2 goals, maybe the ones that stand out in terms of scoring 2, but I think we would not do justice to Dom's performance if we don't name him as well, because apart from his attacking things he did today, he was without the ball also a very important part of our game plan. And that's what he executed really well. So, yes, these are the ones that score the goals. But if you watch the goals one more time back, and that's definitely what I'm going to do, it was mostly started off with centre backs or full backs, or it was every lead up to a goal was, I think, multiple passes. So it's not only the ones that score, it's also the ones that help to create.
In terms of what you say about the players not running anymore, is that just a natural thing that happens at 5-1, or is it to you completely unacceptable?
Nah, I exaggerate a bit if I say they don't run anymore. Of course, they still run, but they don't block the crosses anymore. They don't defend in front of their goal. Where till that moment, it was every time, wherever the ball was, we were there with 2, 3, 4 players. And yes, maybe it is human that if you are 5-1 up, you think, okay. And I think in general it's also enough, because not many teams down after being 5-1 down just keep on going. But we know Tottenham, they always keep on going, and they also have the quality to create, because they are such an attacking threat. Every game they play, they create so many chances. So you have to be on top of your game every second of the game, and if you're not 100%, then it immediately hurts you. Not in every game, but definitely against a well-managed side like Tottenham.
I know, was that Dominic's best performance for Liverpool? It certainly looked like it from my point of view.
Of course, I haven't seen all of his performances because it's my first year and his second. I just referred to the Man United game. I think he was outstanding over there as well.
Yeah, if you score so many goals, that's always what stands out then. But last week, for example, against Fulham, if you look at the work rate he did over there, so it was a very good performance of him. But I think it wasn't his first great performance, but it was definitely one of his best, yes.
Top of the league on Christmas Day, does that mean anything when you celebrate differently?
Of course, it means something because you always prefer to be where we are at the moment than to be in another position in the league table. But you know just as well as I know, because I've won the league once, how hard it is to win it. You have to keep on going. Every 3 days you have to be on top of your game, every minute of the game, and that's why it's so hard to win it, because it's not always easy to show up every 3 or 4 days. And we saw last week that in a moment you can get a red card, which was quite a debate afterwards, not by me but by other people. These things can happen in a season, and in a Newcastle or 3-2 up, you expect to win it, and we misjudged the situation and we dropped 2 points. So that's the Premier League. I didn't expect Chelsea to drop points today as well. So it can happen in every game, and that's what makes this league so special. That's why so many people want to see it, and that's why we play at Christmas time.
James Pearson, then we did the Leicester preview.
Arne, Mo today became the first player in Premier League history to get to double figures for both goals and assists before Christmas. He's also gone past Billy Liddell, now the fourth all-time goal scorer in the club's history. What is it like to work with him? Because you must have had some kind of idea before you came in, and how does it compare to the reality?
Of course, you have an idea before you start working with players, but the best way to judge them or to experience them is when you start to work with them. And yeah, I think Mo shows what he's shown so many years at Liverpool, that he can score a goal, and the team just has to provide him to come in these positions where he came today many times, and then he's able to score goals or provide assists. And apart from him being a very good football player, I think he's a very likable person to work with as well. He's always there to help his teammates. Always, how would you say this in English? Down to earth. So tomorrow, or even now, I think he will already work on his recovery. But definitely, if he's not at the press now, then it will start in a few minutes. But he understands what it takes to be at this level every 3 days. And he's working really hard for this. So that maybe impressed me most, that a top player like him understands how hard he has to work for the quality he shows.
Move on to Leicester preview. Mike?
Arne, Leicester on Boxing Night. We know under the new manager they've had some good results at